Hello everyone and welcome to the channel and welcome to episode number 3. In today's episode we're going to be doing something that we love to do here at Art and Crafted, which is design and build a piece of fine furniture. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a quick pause. I've got a question for you guys. So we've actually had a few people stop by and check out the channel, which thank you so much. It's very humbling. I just want to know, are these openers worth filming, or do you prefer to just jump right into the build? To be honest with you, it takes me like 2 hours just to get the balls to film these openers. And if it's something you're not interested in seeing and you just jump right to the build, I'm totally cool with not filming these openers and just showing the builds themselves. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Leave any comments below in the comment section. I'm still new to this whole thing and trying to figure it out, so let me know what you guys are thinking. Anyway, I digress. Let's see here. Oh yeah, episode 3. So in a past life, I was a production designer and I owned a small little set construction company. Actually, in that shop is where the seed for Art and Crafted was planted, out in Los Angeles. And back in 2016, I was working on a commercial. Actually, you know what, I'm sorry, I should probably explain what a production designer is. So production designer, for those that don't know, is the person that's in charge with creating and producing the overall art direction and set design for commercials, movies, television shows, that kind of stuff. They're also in charge of the art department, which is one of the many departments that are working behind the camera, like grip, electric, camera, hair, makeup, wardrobe, that you don't see, that are making what you see on your screen happen. So anyway, back in 2016, I was working on a Walking Dead commercial. Actually, shout out to Dan Appel and Bacon & Sons Film Company. They shot and produced that. Actually, also shout out to all the freelance entertainment industry workers out there. I hope you guys are doing okay in these crazy times. My thoughts are with you. Anyway, so yeah, I was working on this commercial, and within the commercial there is this gag. We actually 3D printed a zombie head, and there's this gag where the zombie head was being dropped into the fish tank. And I had a meeting the day before we were to shoot the spot with the director and the DP, and there was a concern on if we needed to add additional lighting to this gag. So also a little more information about that whole world and industry. All the furniture, all that stuff you see in the background that people are sitting on or using or whatever, all that stuff is rented by the art department and from prop houses or built by set construction companies. And if you return any of those items damaged, it can be very expensive, like sometimes 3 times the value of the item. So while having this meeting and discussing some of the concerns, I suggested, knowing that I had some 3/4 thick black walnut material at my shop, that I could build a sofa table for this fish tank to sit on, that if we needed to, we could cut a hole into to provide more lighting. It's not going to cost us a ton of money. So all I did was go to my shop, built a plywood box, basically threw some glue down and skinned the box with black walnut, 3/4 thick black walnut, and filled it with some micro pin nails, and Bob is your uncle. Well, cut to the shoot, and sure enough, we needed to cut a hole into it, so my guys ran over, drilled a couple of holes, grabbed a jigsaw, roughly cut out a rectangle, and then we popped the fish tank over, and the gaffer brought his guys in and relit it so it was more illuminated from below. And in fact, actually, I have some pictures of that if you guys want to see. I'll roll right into those. Yeah. So what I'll actually do, if anybody's interested in climbing down that rabbit hole, I'll throw a link to that commercial in the description of this video if you want to check it out. But I kept that piece, and it followed me around for 5 years, cut to 2 months ago when this Building for Bali campaign was conceived. One of the first items on my list to revisit was that sofa table, and originally I was thinking, I'll reconstruct it, build it properly, and then cut a nice rectangle and drop like a sunken box to plant succulents in it for the sofa table. But once I pulled it off my lumber rack, took a look at it, I realized it wasn't worth salvaging as a sofa table. So I grabbed my circular saw, chopped up all the pieces that I thought were salvageable from the black walnut, and kind of switched gears and decided to design and build a mid-century modern end table. So that's what you guys are going to see today. This is actually going to be broken down into two parts because it's a piece of fine furniture and it takes a little longer to make. I didn't want to bore you guys. So let's just jump right into Building for Bali, episode number 3, the Waldern end table build, part 1 of a 2-part series. Thanks so much, guys. See you soon.
Perfect.